new chair of the PNC. Thank you, Debbie, for coming. It's great to be in Milwaukee, seeing that it's in such great hands. Gwen Moore, representing the 4th Congressional District, and our new county executive, Chris Abley. Milwaukee's in very, very good hands. So, anything exciting been happening in the state these last 5 months? Listen, the first thing I do that. The first thing I want to thank so many of you in this hall tonight, but especially my delegates from the 3rd Congressional District, for all of your help, for all of your support, for all of your assistance in last year's election. Let's face it, folks, we had some serious headwinds last year as far as the elections here in Wisconsin and throughout the country. We lost too many great Democratic office holders here in Wisconsin, too many great candidates on our slate last year. And it was a difficult time. But even though they gave their best effort, they couldn't take me out. Even with Citizens United case and over $3 million of independent expenditures that came in to hit me alone in just little rural western Wisconsin, they weren't able to defeat us. Which shows you what a great organization, a lot of help, the right message can do. We can make them spend it all, and we can still beat them going away. And that's what we're going to do. Thank you very much for that assistance. Now, I don't know about you, but I am pumped up and ready to go. Just to paraphrase a saying that said that Barack Obama made famous a couple of weeks ago, I am pumped up and ready to go. And I hope you're pumped up and ready to go. Because there is a lot riding in these next few months. And the good news is we're not alone. We've got some people on our side who are equally pumped up and ready to go. For instance, this individual. Now, who can get that lovely face? Now, we know Dave in his retirement has got a little bit more time to work out. The results speak for themselves. And I know Dave is pumped up and ready to go, and we're going to hear from him in a little bit. Or how about this next individual? Regional Senator Cole has been doing some heavy lifting for the state of Wisconsin for so many years. And again, the results speak for themselves. And of course, this next individual. President Obama is pumped up and ready to go, and he is in fighting shape for his re-elect here in Wisconsin and throughout the rest of the nation. And who else do we have up here who's pumped? Hey, wait a minute, where did that come from? Armand? Listen, you gotta trust me, I am pumped up and ready to go. But let me be serious with you for just a second. And I know this is going to seem heretical for me to say this in front of a crowd like we have here tonight of fellow Democrats. And it's about this next person on the screen. But as a Democratic representative of this great state of Wisconsin, I got to level with you and be honest. But I commend Scott Walker for what he's trying to do. I know when he took office, he inherited a huge fiscal hole. And he knew he had to make some tough decisions in order to address the fiscal shortfall of our state. And he knew a lot of these decisions that he had to make was not going to be very popular. And I also confess that I was out with many of you earlier this month during the demonstrations in Madison and various cities throughout the state, including in western Wisconsin, where we had street demonstrations in Platteville, La Crosse, and Eau Claire. And there were demonstrations happening throughout the state, in Superior, Wausau, Green Bay, Appleton, right here in Milwaukee, not just in the square in Madison, although those were where the largest crowds were going to be. We were all braving sub-freezing weather, bitter cold wind chill and snow flurries, day after day, week after week. But I gotta believe that if we just knew what was at stake, if we had all the facts and information, we probably wouldn't have done that. For instance, if we all had known that our state public pension system was only funded at 99.8%. That's right, 99.8%. That 0.2% shortfall is what this was all about. We probably wouldn't have been out there demonstrating the way we learned. No. That's not what was going on. Those tens of thousands of people who showed up day after day knew exactly what they were doing. Because Governor Walker knew exactly what he was doing. This had nothing to do with the budget of our state. How could it be? employees already acceded to every budget demand Governor Walker asked of them. And the fact that just 3 weeks ago, Governor Walker was back out in Washington testifying before a congressional committee where he again admitted that this had nothing to do with the budget. Now, this is cold, calculating attack and evisceration of worker rights in the state. Worker rights that have been in existence for well over a half a century. That's what this was about. That's what those demonstrations are about. And we cannot tolerate it. We must draw the line. We must fall back. That's why these elections coming up are going to be so vitally important. And with your help, we can turn around the direction of this great state and tell Governor Walker that he has the wrong agenda, the wrong vision, the wrong message to get our state back. In this hall today and throughout the state of Wisconsin, you are not the problem. To our teachers who are teaching our children in our public education system, you're not the problem. To our emergency responders, our police officers and firefighters and sheriff's deputies and state patrol officers, you're not the problem. To those healthcare workers and municipal workers, you're not the problem. The problem we have right now is with the current leadership in the state of Wisconsin. Not with our public servants. We should be thankful for the work they do day in and day out to make